Hello everyone, bringing you a video today talking about a very useful piece of reproduction kit from Soldier of Fortune, and that is the D-shaped mess tins, a British Commonwealth issue, manufactured in various different Commonwealth countries as well as in the UK, used for a very, very long time. Of course, the design originates in around 1814 and then used right the way through as the standard mess tins, right the way through into the late 1930s, and then of course began to be supplanted by the oblong mess tins. History is a little bit sort of beyond the scope of this video. Primarily we're going to be talking about these in terms of their utility and usefulness as a reproduction item. So we'll get these on the floor now and have a look at the details of them. Okay, so we'll take a look at some of the details of these here, the external details to start with. Overall, the shape and size is a very good representation of the originals. The overall look is pretty good, I have to say. Brackets for little loops, front and back there. These of course were for carrying the tins, originals. They were for carrying tins on the equipment, strapped to the equipment without having a cover, so the strap would run through those. I think these are a little small to actually take the width of buff leather strap that was intended for that purpose, but we shall see in future. I'll put a pinned comment down below if I get an answer to that. On the sides here we have quite a good representation of the cast brackets that we used to hold the handle on the majority of manufacture. Some differ and have formed sort of wire handles, wire brackets for the handles, excuse me, but not a bad representation of the cast brackets there, and the square handle up the top there. As I say, overall the external visual look of these is pretty good. The finish is almost galvanized, I think. You can possibly see that if I just move it around there. You can see not bad. I mean, compared to originals, most originals you see tend to be a bit battered and worn and blackened, but for brand new these don't look too bad, although it does let it down a little bit. It would be better if it was sort of a plain silver finish, but it does mean they don't rust, or certainly mine haven't so far in the time I've had them. And I have used these to eat from as well. They are usable. I know that a friend of mine has a set of these, and I think the main pan leaks, which is not ideal, but mine don't. I wouldn't advise eating from them regularly. They are Indian manufactured, I think, as a lot of Soldier of Fortune's kit is, and how food safe they can really be considered, I'm not sure. So I wouldn't recommend eating from them regularly, but at the odd event, I've had various bits and pieces from these, you know, bully beef mashed up with some bits and pieces and mashed potato, things like that. It's, you know, it's fine for the odd occasion, I would say, and obviously originals tend to be a bit grubby and stuff, so reproduction's probably better from that point of view. We'll open these up now and have a look inside. Of course, the lid itself has a handle to make a small pan, and this is I believe this changed sides post First War, but obviously it does still give you some scope there to use it through in the 30s, because those manufactured and not issued would still be around. I mean, we know how long certain items can remain in stores before they're issued out, so I don't think that's a major problem should you wish to use them later, but obviously it's good because it means it's right for the earlier period we're looking at here. Slightly archaic item is the third pan in here. I believe this is more of this style of pan is more of a 19th century item, from what I understand about these, but anyway, it doesn't matter because of course you can just put that to one side should you wish. So for the majority of the First World War and obviously through into the 1930s, the two parts together is what you would be after. And regardless, if you're just using this as a pack filler, a pouch filler, or you know, just having it in its cover on your equipment to complete the look, as it were, then this is ideal. You know, obviously, as I say, in terms of size and so forth, these reproduction mess tins are pretty good. So yeah, but they do come with that third middle pan there. As I say, with this style of loop handle and everything, I believe it goes a little bit beyond my sort of area of knowledge. I believe they're a slightly earlier, or certainly an area of knowledge I've done much research on yet. I believe it's more of a 19th century thing to have this central pan with that sort of wire handle, but again, it's included in there, so if that is correct, if you wanted to use these for an earlier period, then that is there and sort of completes the set, which is rather nice. But that's the three components you get with these, and as I say, slot neatly together. Mine, I haven't had any problems with leakage. Obviously with Soldier of Fortune, it's always advisable to buy in person because quality control can vary quite wildly. from personal experience, that is. I'm not saying that just off the cuff without any prior knowledge of it. It's my own experience that that's been the case with Soldier of Fortune's product. So if it's possible to buy from them at a show where you can pick things up directly from them and have a look at them first, or from their showroom, it's probably better. So there we are. That's a look at the Soldier of Fortune D-shaped mess tins. Thought it would be interesting to run over these because they are such a useful item. They're in use for so long, and if you're doing Great War reenacting, they're an excellent pouch filler or cover. You know, in a cover they look excellent if you can't find originals. And as I say, as a using item as well, I've used these and they're perfectly fine for that. We've talked about how the external visuals let them down a little bit, but obviously it's up to you to make the decision on whether they would fit your purposes. But that's everything I wanted to cover with these. I hope you've found it useful. Obviously, if you do like my videos and you'd like to see more, then please do consider subscribing to the channel if you haven't done already. Make sure you hit the little notification button, the little bell down below, which will, obviously, if you can select on there to be alerted about future uploads. If you really like my content and you'd like to support the channel, you can do. There's a Patreon page and a PayPal link down below in the description. Very big thank you to everyone who's supported me through both of those channels. Very much appreciated. There's also a Facebook and Instagram page where I post up photographs of what's going on and so forth. That tends to pick up a bit more when the reenacting season on and there's more opportunity to get decent photographs. And there's also an email link down below, an email address, down below where you can contact me should you wish to share photographs, have a chat about anything or ask questions. Please don't hesitate to get in touch with me there. But that's everything for this video. So until next time, bye for now.